Hey, Tank. Do you want to go to a gold mine today? Well, today we're going to try to go up to El Dorado mine. Looks like from Google Earth that it's still, the relics are there. There's a few things to look at, some ore carts and other things. The Mill Creek Trail hike to El Dorado mine is a long one, and I think the long trail's closed just because of the fire that happened back in 2018. So there's a parking lot. It's kind of just a real short hike, but I probably will end up climbing up or going further up Mill Creek just to make the hike a little longer. But I'm going to take you guys on a venture with Tank and Hammy over to El Dorado mine today. Tank, are you ready? You ready to go? Are you ready? You ready to go for a hike? Where are we gonna go? All right, so we're over here at the trailhead here. So this is called the Tower Historic House. It's been closed, but this thing's got a lot of history. Let's go up here and show you this a little bit. Stuff about this house, the Tower House Historic District. And this hole was a mining district through here back in the 1800s. This kind of mining area started around 1860, and some of these mines were mined all the way to the 1960s. So we're going to take a walk over there and take a look over here at this historic house, and then we're going to head up over to the El Dorado mine. So this was a toll bridge back in the 1800s. That's how a lot of they made money going to the gold fields. So it looks like they were charging $1.25 in 1800s to get a wagon across this thing. It's probably a significant amount of money back then. Pretty crazy amount of money if you think about it. And this big creek here is Clear Creek. And a nice little footbridge here that used to be the covered toll bridge back in the day. Tower House, 1855. It was a 21-room hotel, built by looks like businessman Levi Tower. So pretty interesting. So we're gonna go walk up to that and check that out. The Camden house here. See, it looks like it was all boarded up in 1981. Tank, no. Alright, so we're on the old property here that miners used to stay at. Interesting here. like an old, maybe an old outdoor fire pit. Might have been a chimney to a house that's no longer standing. A possibility there was a house that sat right here or some sort, and that probably was a cabin, I imagine. It says 1931 on that piece of steel there. So I don't know if this is an outdoor fire pit or what this was here, but pretty interesting here. There's some outbuildings, some down here. Those look kind of newer though, like maybe the whoever historic society that renovated this place and preserved it may have equipment down there, so it doesn't look as old as a house. It says 0.2 of a mile to the Pioneer Cemetery up here. And we're going to go check that out. Tank's leading the way like normal. Alright, here's the little Pioneer Cemetery right here. It's a really tiny one. It's surrounded by this white picket fence. Well, it only has, maybe those flags were an actual graveyard, because there is only a single headstone in here, which is the person who built the hotel here. So Levi H. Tower. Well, maybe this, no, it says age 15 years, so this was probably the son of the person, I'd imagine here. I don't know if there's any more people in this plot. I'm wondering if those flags were other people that were laid to rest and now their headstones are gone, because maybe they weren't made out of stone, or they were vandalized, or they burned up in a fire or something like that. Next stop, well, I think there's one more outbuilding we're going to look at, but this is the trail till the Dorado mine. Come on, Tank. Hey, come on. Come on. Where's it at? Where are they at? Come on. What is it? What is it up there? Huh? Dead. Fire just tore through here. Luckily the building survived. Some of these trees may be alive actually. Bears or lost their foliage for the winter. Gorgeous day today. It's only like high 60s, mid 60s. Interesting 1800s pipe that was bringing water. up to probably the mine that's up the mountain there just a little ways, so they could wash out the gold and do whatever else they needed to do. Gold bar in here. I don't think this definitely doesn't date back to the 1800s. Built sometime in the 1900s. So I was looking at the stuff. This has been maybe at least re-sided. So here's the definitely something came out of the hard rock mine here. You see it's completely sheared off and got edges and stuff. That's not natural. So this came out from blasting or chiseling away. Okay, so let's go see this house. See if the sign says what this is. Tenant farmhouse built 1913. So this is quite a bit after the person who founded this area, because he died long before that. Man, they were ahead of their time back in 1913. The science got surveillance cameras here. Way ahead of their time. Just kidding. So, anyways, I'm up here. Pretty cool. I can't see inside at all. This like wraparound porch is pretty cool. There's a table in there. Some stuff in there. Pretty cool. Like this, the shadow of that little door handle. Definitely old school. So if you were taking this trail at the time, if you watch any of my other videos, if you go back to the Whiskey Town Falls video that I filmed, this is one of the trails from that other parking lot that could take you down to Dorado Mines. It's over 6 miles one way, and then just the fire just roared right through this area. It's all burned up. Plus I wouldn't want to do a 12-mile hike through this trail and being in the condition it's in. Maybe on one way. And a partner that had a car at the other side, do a 6 mile. Wouldn't be too bad. But don't know what you're dealing with. Trees like this are down everywhere. But the cool thing about this is you get the area all to yourself. Nobody's really out here, which is nice. Nothing like trying to get a peaceful hike and everybody and their brothers out there on the same trail as you. So I like to go places where people aren't. Get my zen, my peace, my soul is out here. Even if it's all burnt up, it's still more beautiful than some city buildings. So here's some tailings not very far up from the mine. So it looks like they dumped their waste rock over here. The rock they didn't need. This kind of what they call country rock. You know, I don't know, they sluiced it, or hard rock mines, you don't sluice, you crush, and then you extract them with nasty chemicals like mercury and cyanide to extract the gold out of them. But definitely you could tell this is tailings through here, all up in here. This is all the some of the rock they went through. Some of this, you can see the quartz in it, and then it like continues up here, up this hillside right here. So this is all this whole area is where all that waste rock ended up from the mine in here. All right. So here's definitely some old relics of the mine. That would have had like a big band had gone around it, so it's probably a pulley system. That's an air tank. So that was compressed air, and they might have had to pump air into the mine shaft. There's a possibility, or they were pumping water out of the mine shaft, and this was some sort of a device that was drawing water out of the mine from the mine would flood. Well, it looks like the fire got the older buildings that were in here, but it couldn't burn steel, so we got these are original ore carts. There would have been like in the old days when this one was going, there would have been some sort of a compressed air system that could have pushed this. They have a little train that would have, these are kind of big. These look like, well, possibly a single one could have been pushed by a person, but anything bigger than that would have been way too heavy. And they usually had a compressed air locomotive that fit on these little tracks. And my guess is this thing is part of the old mill. So this is something that would have crushed the rocks up, pulverized them. And it's too bad, because it looks like the other buildings that I've seen from Google Earth are not here. And that building was built recently, and they have boards out here to try to reestablish the visitors area. So this has actually got some writing on here, but it's not dated. It says manufactured by the Denver Quartz Mill and Crusher Company. So yes, it was what I thought it was. It is a rock crusher. Don't understand how it operated, but unless it has some sort of a bigger hopper that's missing, because it turned the table and somehow crushed up rocks. But you know, seeing the damage that's on this on these here, that is rock itself, it looks like. So stone and steel. It's the oddest thing. Let's just pit it out. Anyways, it crushed up rocks some way. It may be missing some pieces that I don't understand. But this would be the mill that would have crushed and pulverized the rocks into smaller pieces so they could extract the gold out. So this is pretty cool. This is some sort of a hand truck, full steel and super heavy. That doesn't look to be as old to me as like those ore carts. So I'm thinking this may be dating into the 30s or something like that. It's just mine was mined at different times. And then this building, of course, is brand new. The fire came through here and destroyed the old buildings that were here. Here's the old mine entrance. Right here. Sure, it's all plugged. Especially really want this accessible. You got to kind of get in the backwoods to get to some that aren't closed off completely. And they didn't even bar this one up. They said it's completely plugged. So, and then they left some of the whatever relics of the mine that's here. Some old stuff here, gates and other stuff in here. This would have been the main halliage. This right here, and then follow the directions up there. I'm sure we would find other portals above it, different areas. I'm sure they've gone up there and plugged them up or blasted them shut. But here you go. Here's one of the main entrance. And yeah, it didn't come with corrugated steel in 1860, so that was something that was done later on. Thank you everybody again for watching the Adventures in Tanking Hammy. We'll see you next time.